Hello, this is Diane Resch with the EDGE Foundation, and today it's my pleasure to have a conversation with Nicole Granto from the Niagara Falls School District about the EDGE program in action. So Nicole, let me ask you, what made you decide to become an EDGE coach in the first place?
Well, when I read about the program, I was interested in it because it lets you take on a different role in working with students and takes you out of the role of teacher and lets you be a coach and get to know them a little more and just coach them.
One of the things that I love about being part of the EDGE Foundation is that in a short period of time with this one-on-one coaching, we often can see a transformation, and we have wonderful stories that we can share about how teachers and staff in the schools that we work with have had an impact on the students that they coach. And so Nicole, do you have a story that you can share with us about a student you've been working with?
I do. The student I'm working with is going through a lot. Her father has been incarcerated and has not been given a release date. And she really looks forward to meeting with me for our sessions because it's an outlet for her to express how she's feeling, because when she speaks with her mother at home, it's very emotional. And she hates seeing her mother go through that. So she likes it because I'm not judging her, and I'm allowing her to share what she wants to share. And she's coming up with goals for herself and steps for herself to work through this struggle.
That's a wonderful story. So oftentimes we see an impact right in the classroom, how people turn up at school and changes in the classroom. What kind of impact do you think this new way of having conversations with students has helped in the classroom?
It's had a positive impact on both the students and myself. And not only behavior in the classroom, but in attendance. Students are coming to school more frequently because they're looking forward to having these sessions with you to talk and to get it out and come up with ways on their own to work through it. They do enjoy that you're not telling them what to do, that they're taking ownership and setting goals for themselves. And it has cut down on behaviors also in the classroom, I've noticed.
So, Nicole, thank you so much for being an EDGE coach and for sharing your success story. And we're so happy that the Niagara City Schools are part of the EDGE coaching program. Thank you.
I'm glad to be a coach. Thank you.
And we're back with Maria Morrow from the Niagara Falls City School District. And so, Maria, let's talk about the reasons why you became an EDGE coach.
I think that I've always had an interest in counseling and mentoring. And I do have a minor in counseling, but just wanting to gain some skills and to help students overcoming a lot that they have going on in their environment in their home, and to focus more on their academic achievement. I think that was my main reason, just so that student could go past, come up with solutions and skills to move past these things, to work towards graduation and to do better in the classroom. So.
And so, Maria, one of the things that we love to do is we love to share our success stories, some of the students that we've helped since becoming an EDGE coach. So you have a story you'd like to share?
For me this year, it's a student who has been in jeopardy of graduating, and yeah, it's been close. So I think just with the consistent meetings that we've had, and just the student being able to come up with solutions to follow through on her goals and her plans. This is definitely my success story, because she really didn't have much of a chance of graduating for several months, and she's really persevered. And I think it's, she's been able to come up with the solutions and come up with the plans and, be able to see, what could possibly happen in the future. So that's my big success story for this year.
That's
Definitely.
wonderful, having a student graduate who was in jeopardy.
Yes.
Do you see her more empowered by going through this EDGE coaching, taking more responsibility or accountability for her work and getting things done and reaching that goal?
I definitely see her taking more responsibility. That she's the one that's in charge, and she's the one that can actually, make it happen by talking about it, coming up with solutions, and just being able to share the different scenarios with someone to listen to, and sometimes makes it more possible and for her to come up with her plan and look at different options in doing that. So
We often hear coaches talk about how this EDGE technique has helped them interact with students in the classroom. Are you finding that too, that the way you approach children in the classroom has changed?
yes, definitely. I think having it being more student directed, where the student is really the one that's kind of in charge, and it's not the teacher just telling the students what to do. You kind of take those skills and use them when you're working with all students. And I've even found that I use it with my own children at home, where you're actually not telling them what to do, but you're kind of asking them, what they would like to focus on, and things like that. So I definitely think it's an attitude. It's a whole new shift in attitude for myself, and I think it's very beneficial for students and teachers.
And are you finding it can have an impact on the climate of the classroom as well?
Yes, definitely. Especially, and I'm a consultant teacher, so I work in smaller groups, and so just working with the student and modeling that, and other students kind of pick up on that, and so they see different skills being used, and even just being able to, like, okay, what am I going to focus on today? Like, what can I tackle today? Taking things in smaller pieces and, working on them, but actually following through and making sure that that does happen. And if it doesn't, well, then we can go back at it tomorrow. So.
Well, Maria, thank you so much. We're so glad that you're part of the EDGE team, and we're happy to hear the successes you're having at the Niagara Falls City School District.
I'm really glad to be a part of it, and I look forward to any future training that they would have.
Wonderful. We're here to stay. Thank you.
Thank you.